So, thinking about this from the angle, we're gonna talk about this thinking game angle. Is when you first move out, I think our kids need to hear this. When you first move out and you get into the working class, when you're starting from say zero, like what I mean by zero is you don't got no inheritance, it's all you at this point, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of get it how you live, kind of at this point. And it's like, what does that look like? I think the youth need to know this. Like, what does that look like when you get your first job or you think you're ready to get an apartment, you paying bills yourself? Now it's all, you paying rent, utilities. Hope you don't got no car notes. You got a car notes you got to pay, all that combined. You got to break that down. How do I pay all this?
And you can't just pay it all at the first because you don't make money like that.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
No, sir, you don't.
And the first time you experience that, no hand, these are all your bills.
Boy.
It's like, can't nobody help me a little bit, you know what I mean? Because when you're like in high school and you got a job and you're helping out a parent or something like that, and they have you pay your little bill, you say, oh man, I'm gonna make it $16 an hour, $10 an hour, $8 an hour, $20 an hour. This is what I'll bring home.
Right.
This is all the money I have to play with. You have like that one or two bills,
right.
$200, maybe $400, and the rest of that money is whatever you want to do. Jordans, pants, shoes, clothes, things like that. I mean, that's all clothes.
Right. Yeah. Most of it when you're young, that's kind of what it is.
That's all money, you know what I mean? But when you're an adult, all that money that you're making, it goes to like bills, like 80%. Sometimes when you first start off, maybe 90% goes to like keeping a place to stay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Does.
And keeping a place to stay, having a car, just to get back to the job. You know what I mean? You get 10% of your own money to do what you want to do with. That really, I think, instills the reality that I need to go to school. I need to increase my earning potential. I need because I can't do this. This $10 an hour, this $8 an hour thing, because I don't have nothing. Like you be looking at this, like you be looking at people in the club, like you work with me. How can you be spending this much money in here? So
and that's why it's important. We telling you, go to school, get it done while you're young, because I'm telling you, being in the working class is not enough. Because when you think about what do I got to do to get ahead, middle class sound good. It sounds like a good word, but living in the middle class, one of the things they don't tell you about all the time is that as soon as you get ahead, you think you ahead, all the bills are paid, everything, something happens. Water heater break, car, something happened to the car. You know what I'm saying? Got to go to the hospital, hurt yourself. Now I got to go to the hospital. Something crazy happened, man.
And then another thing too, like, every time you level up, you want to level up.
Yeah.
All right. You know what I mean? You in the low class neighborhood, whatever. Now you got a middle class job. Now you got to move in the middle class neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it puts you right back in the same ratios that you were in.
Right. Exactly. Because you don't know how to. That's how you kind of get ahead when you're saying, like, when you scale up as far as pay, can you stay where you at for a few more years to put up and then scale up? Some people don't want to do that. Like, well, I work for this. This is what I got. I'm entitled to this. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Then you right back in the same boat that instead of having a bigger box to work in, it's the same box, just in a different space. You know what I'm saying?
You got a pay raise. You know what I mean? You moved up a bracket. Now you want to move like, well, your house was, $800.
Yeah.
You got that pay raise. Now you go buy a house. Now your mortgage is $2,500. You just ate up your own custody monthly for 30 years or 15 years, whatever.
No problem. And it don't stop. Let's think about bills. Yeah.
Now you're looking for the next promotion. You know what I mean?
That's the thing you take on bills, young people. When you take them on, they don't stop.
Yeah.
And they keep coming.